don't care. I honestly don't care. Do you not? I bet the viewers at home feel this narrative at work. What is strange about this story? What is the strange thing about this story? The majority of Americans favor deportation of illegals, especially those who are criminals, but they favor deportation of illegal. The last, 8 days, 7 days, has been around about one person. Yep. One person. I don't even know his name. I don't care. I don't care. If he's here illegal, he's got to go. We are not responsible for the faulty process that allowed him to be here before. Nope. Is he a terrorist? Is he not a terrorist? I don't care. Let me give you an analogy. This will be good for you because you like sports. You walk down your box seats. There's somebody sitting in your seat. And you go, why is this guy sitting in my seat? And they go, well, he's not supposed to be there. But he's a family man. He's got a job. It's like, yeah, but that's not on me. That's my seat. Don't you have a process for having him leave that seat? Yes, we do. Can he go back to his seat? Why doesn't he go back to his seat? It's not my concern where that seat is. He's got to go. Yes, but did you know he's been trying really hard to be a good citizen? He's really quiet. He's not making. No, you don't understand. He's got to go. Now, we knew that this process wouldn't be easy. Yeah. It was really easy for Democrats to open the floodgates and be seen as the heroes. Look how compassionate we are. It's always going to be harder to send them back. And you're going to be treated like a villain every single step of the way because adults fix the.
All right, guys. So, look, the whole thing with the Democrats trying to convince us that this Maryland father is deserving of all the effort that the left are. They literally are bending over backwards for this guy, but they're not telling you the truth about him, and for whatever reason, they have to go and defend the evil, the dangerous, the sick, the sickening, like not ill sick, but you know what I mean, sick, demented type, and just completely just disregard the actual good citizens, the actual people who deserve for you to actually go to bat for. They don't want to defend you for doing what you're supposed to do and obeying the law and actually being a good American citizen. They don't want to defend you if you came here legally. They don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you a few things about this this Maryland father who was wrongfully deported to his home country. All right, so I'm going to let Carolyn Levitt speak. Again, more facts, truth about this Maryland father.
Democrat officials still refuse to accept the will of the American people. Maryland Democrat Senator Chris Van Hollen rushed to Dulles Airport this morning to fly to El Salvador, potentially using taxpayer dollars, to demand the release of deported, illegal, alien MS-13 terrorist. The Democrats and the media in this room have continually and wrongly labeled Kilmar Abrego Garcia as a Maryland father. There is no Maryland father. Let me reiterate. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is an illegal alien, MS-13 gang member, and foreign terrorist who was deported back to his home country.
Now, all of you who are out here saying, well, where's the proof? Trust me, I'm going to show you the proof. The proof, it just dropped like the latest Beyonce album, okay? It's there. It exists. And they're out here pulling at your heartstrings, trying to anyway. And a lot of you, unfortunately, continue to fall for it. But documents, they're saying that he wasn't given due process. No, trust me. He was given due process, and the process deemed that he was not allowed to stay here. He was actually supposed to been out of our country. Again, even if he wasn't affiliated with the gang, he's still illegal. I don't understand how that's nothing. That's something that's why do we have to discuss this? It's literally like broke into our home, breaking and entering. We do have immigration laws, illegal immigration laws. But I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna let Carolyn continue.
And when Kilmar Abrego Garcia was originally arrested, he was wearing a sweatshirt with rolls of money covering the ears, mouth, and eyes of presidents on various currency denominations. This is a known MS-13 gang symbol of hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Abrego Garcia was also arrested with 2 other well-known members of the vicious MS-13 gang. And 2 separate judges found that Abrego Garcia was a member of MS-13, and that finding...
Okay, so you got that right. Proof. All right, proof that he is not just some darling father who was accidentally deported to El Salvador. There was no mistake in that. None. And again, the Democrats are going to bat for this guy. They're traveling all the way to El Salvador to try to bring this man back, but you're just going to ignore your own citizens, the crime in your own state.
Has never been disputed. And just this morning, it was revealed through Maryland court documents that Abrego Garcia's wife petitioned for an order of protection against him for 2 instances of domestic violence in May of 2021. And here is the order right here. The court ordered that the respondent committed the following acts of abuse. Once in May of 2021, assault in any degree. And on May 4th of 2021, he punched and scratched his wife, ripped off her shirt, and grabbed and bruised her. This is from a court in Maryland.
So, Democrats, this is the type of father that y'all that y'all defend? Is this the type of man that you defend? Is this this is what you like? Apparently so.
So not only are Democrats rushing to defend an illegal criminal foreign terrorist gang member, but also an apparent woman beater. To set all of that aside, the basic fact that he was illegally inside our country and had a lawful deportation order made him subject to removal back to his home country of El Salvador. And if he ever ends up back in the United States, he would immediately be deported again. Nothing will change the fact that Abrego Garcia will never be a Maryland father. He will never live in the United States of America again. And
now, this is Patty Moore. She lost her daughter to an illegal. He murdered her. And she left behind children and even a grandchild. And the sick media, they really don't want you to sympathize with the victims. The amount of energy that they are putting to support those who do not care about us, it's a sport, literally it's a sport for these gang members such as MS-13 who are demons. It's a sport for them to actually commit these crimes to go after Americans. They consider it like it's a sport to them. They don't have remorse about it. And it's so sick to see our own representatives, senators, our own politicians, our own media defend these demons. I'm gonna let her speak, but I also want you to note this: MSNBC, CNN, they refused to cover this this grieving mother. The video is out there. I'll link it in the description. I think it's about 15-20 minutes long, somewhere around in there. But I suggest you go listen to it. True, but here I'm gonna play this real quick.
Please tell the truth. Exactly. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Tell how violent it really is. This is about protecting our children. It's more than just politics or votes or just anything. It's about national security, protecting Americans, protecting our children. Thank you. And thank you for listening.
So I know it was kind of hard to hear in the beginning, but what she's doing is she's pleading what she should not have to do, because it should be just common sense. She is pleading for the media to stop covering for these illegals, these criminals, these murderers, these rapists, these gang members, and protect our state, protect us, we the people, those of us who voted to put them in office. The media are going to put you out and well, not put you out like that, but they're going to go out here and they're going to lie to you and tell you that Trump isn't gaining momentum anymore. The Republicans, those who voted for him, having buyer's remorse. Negative. Trust me. It was a historic win. This is why it was a historic win, because these illegals these demons have been living amongst us far too long. This darling father that the media are wanting to portray him as being, he was supposed to have been deported. You heard the report of him, of the domestic violence against his ex, and of course, like all of the proof that he was a part of MS-13. And so like I can't, I really don't understand it, you guys. It's sick. It's evil that they are putting this much effort into this demon. They truly are. They're not even going to the families, the senators, the politicians who are supporting these illegals. They're not even going to visit the families who suffered a loss at the hands of these illegals. Putting Americans last, but then they want you to support them whenever they're up for re-election. I have no regrets in voting Trump. I have not found any conservative, Republican, liberal, because you had some that voted for him. They hold no regrets. The same people who are out here advocating for the release of this demon to be returned. First of all, he's a citizen to El Salvador, all right? That's his home. Who are they to go to that man's country, his home country, and tell that president of that country, hey, give us our gang member back, the one that came from here to us. Give us your citizen. What's that, kidnapping? Trump declared MS-13 domestic terrorist. the reason why he didn't want to go back to El Salvador, and even didn't want to go back to El Salvador, is because he said he feared for his life from a rival gang. I'm sorry. I thought you weren't affiliated with a gang, so how is there a rival gang? And then also because of El Salvador's new president and law and actually cracking down on crime, like they worked hard, extremely hard, to get their country back on track, to clean up their country. That gang, that rival gang, is no longer there. So there's no threat for you to be sent back to your home country. The threat has been eliminated. So it's time for you to go. That plea is no longer valid. It's done now. I just don't understand it. And then you guys will go and sit up here and call yourselves Christians, and you're going to support murderers, rapists, who have no regard for your life at all. The same ones who are out here marching, these same senators and governors and, elected officials, they're not out here living like we are, out here living amongst the evil, like next door. They're not living in these apartment complexes that are being overrun with illegal criminals and gangs. They're not living there. No, they're living in their nice gated communities. They're living at the, uppermost expensive part of town. They have security. They're not living with us. So that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you coming back to the channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Continue to keep God first. And, yeah. See you guys on the next one.